What's up, everybody? I wanted to weigh in on this video on the Trayvon Martin slaying and how this reflects not only the stupidity, ignorance, prejudice, just the overall ridiculousness of our society and of our laws and of our you know, our beliefs and our fears that we build up against one another. I mean, this whole situation is just unbelievable, really, but it is believable, unfortunately, in the context of the society in which we live. If you're not familiar with the Trayvon Martin killing, I'm going to read a timeline of events real quickly to fill you in on what transpired. February 26, Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old Florida high school student, is found shot and killed in Sanford, Florida, a community north of Orlando. Several eyewitnesses report to police that they heard a scuffle, then a cry for help, then a gunshot. According to the Sanford Police report, George Zimmerman, 28, a self-appointed neighborhood watch captain, is found armed with a handgun standing over Martin. He has a bloody nose and a wound in the back of his head. Martin does, that is. Martin is unresponsive and pronounced dead at the scene. He has no weapons on him, only a pack of Skittles and a bottle of iced tea. Zimmerman tells police that he killed Martin in self-defense. Taking him at his word, the police do not arrest him nor administer him a drug or alcohol test. They also do not run a background check. So, I have a video clip of the 911 call that was released recently that Mr. Zimmerman made to the police when he saw a suspicious African-American person in his neighborhood. Him being the quote-unquote neighborhood watch captain. And by the way, anybody who would be a neighborhood watch captain, you already know that they're, you know, paranoid, anal retentive, and not very tolerant of other people, especially minorities. I mean, not all neighborhood watch captains, but this type of neighborhood watch captain in a rich, swanky neighborhood like that, with a clubhouse and you know, gated fence and such, you can guarantee that the neighborhood watch captain is probably going to be a little bit on the edgy side, you know, as we can see with Zimmerman. So let's listen to the 911 call, and I'll point out to you where the racial slur is located in the call, which is getting Zimmerman in a lot of trouble because apparently his attorney is making the case that he's not a racist when it's pretty damn obvious that he made an overt racial slur in the 911 tape recording.
Sanford Police Department, line is being recorded, the shots.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy. It's Retrieveview Circle. The best address I can give you is 111 Retrieveview Circle. This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining, and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay, and this guy, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie, like a gray hoodie, and either jeans or sweatpants and white tennis shoes. He's here now. He was just staring.
Oh, he's just walking around the area?
At all the houses.
Okay.
And now he's just staring at me.
Okay, and you said it's 1111 Retrieveview or 111?
That's the clubhouse.
That's the clubhouse. Do you know what he's near the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, now he's coming towards me.
Okay.
He's got his hand in his waistband. Yeah, he's a black male.
Okay. How old would you say he was?
button on his shirt. Late teens.
Late teens, okay.
Something's wrong with him. Yeah. He's coming to check me out. He's got something in his hands. I don't know what his deal is.
Okay, just let me know if he does anything, okay?
Over here.
Yeah, we got him on the way. Just let me know if this guy does anything else.
Okay. These assholes, they always get away. Yeah. When you come to the clubhouse, you come straight in and make a left. Actually, you would go past the clubhouse.
Okay, it says on the left-hand side from the clubhouse?
No, you go in straight through the entrance, and then you make a left. Yeah, you go straight in, don't turn and make a left. Shit, he's running.
He's running? Which way is he running?
Down towards the other entrance of the neighborhood.
Okay, which entrance is that he's heading towards?
The back entrance.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Okay.
All right, sir, what is your name?
George. He ran.
All right, George, what's your last name?
Zimmerman.
And George, what's the phone number you're calling from?
407-435-2400.
All right, George, would you have them on the way? Do you want to meet with the officer when they get out there?
Yeah.
All right, where are you going to meet with them at?
If they come in through the gate, tell them to go straight past the clubhouse and straight past the clubhouse and make a left. And then they go past the mailboxes. Look for my truck.
Okay, what address are you parked in front of?
I don't know. It's a cut through, so I don't know the address.
Okay, do you live in the area?
Yeah.
What's your apartment number?
It's a home. It's 1950. Oh, crap. I don't want to give it out loud. I don't know where this kid is.
Okay, do you want to just meet with him right near the mailboxes, then?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, George, I'll let him know to meet you with you out there, okay?
Actually, could you have him call me and I'll tell him where I'm at?
Okay, yeah, that's no problem.
You need my number or you got it?
Yeah, I got it. It's 407-435-2400.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, no problem. I'll let them know to call you when they're in the area.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So many things went wrong with this situation. And it's sad because these conditions could accrue and manifest in any part of the country at any time. It wasn't even that, out of the ordinary what happened. That he got shot and killed for no reason is out of the ordinary. But I mean, the conditions which led to it are something that could happen over and over again in any part of the country. I don't want to be one of these people that just attacks Zimmerman and makes it seem like he's this evil monster and I'm somehow better than him, like a lot of the people on the left are doing right now. They're just coming at him and treating him like he is some kind of monster. Now, I also don't want to be on the side of saying that he isn't a monster, but I don't know this guy. I really don't know this guy. He doesn't seem too much of a monster to me. He seems like someone who is racist, for starters, paranoid, yes, crazy, yeah, but to make the leap from a lot of people who are like that in this country to saying that they're like cold-blooded monsters is a completely different thing. The situation was tense. He apparently felt that he had some kind of threat to his life with this, random scary black guy in a hoodie in his gated community. Apparently there had been previous burglaries in the community, and the guy was overly paranoid. Was he racist? Probably. Was that racism based on nothing but ignorance and stupidity? I might take a little flack from the left for saying this, but I don't think that it is. I have a friend who just moved here from Florida. He lived in Hollywood, Florida, and he's always telling me how nasty that the people are where he was from, and how much crime and you know, gangsterism goes on where he was living in Florida. And he said, yes, there's a lot of black people who make up that demographic. You know, you don't have to be unpolitically correct to say that. And it doesn't have to necessarily mean that someone who says that is implying that black people are somehow, you know, genetically adept to this kind of behavior, to crime or anything like that. It's not anything like that. Personally, I believe that through slavery and through our country just screwing over Africans from the very beginning, that we've set up black people in this country to fail. Except in the last maybe couple years, in the last handful of decades, mainstream white America has finally, you know, let down the walls, or the glass ceiling, so if you will, and allowed black people fully to integrate with the society. So that being said, coming from that type of situation, and black people being forced into these like ghettos since early on, since after the Civil War and you know, beyond, they're raised in a situation like this. Some of them, you know, have very few positive role models, especially male role models, if any. Nobody's telling them to do the right thing. So I didn't want to get into a whole conversation about this. But I'm just saying, I wanted to say that because there's so much tendency on the left to be so politically correct. It's actually one of the big things that makes the right wing not be able to identify with anything that you say. Because the left wing is so politically correct. It's like you can't even, it's like its own like political correct like religion of retardation and you know, guilt and stupidity and pretending to not have an opinion about this or that thing because it's politically correct. So I just wanted to get that out of the way on the left because I thought it was important for people to understand what happened, and also for my opinion in this matter. So that being said, I don't think that the dude that was breaking in or that was walking around the gated community or whatever it was had necessarily foul intentions. I don't even know what kind of community it is. Is it like some kind of like area off to the side where he wouldn't normally be walking through? Is it a place which doesn't usually have people walking through it? Is it just usually where you see the neighbors? It seemed like it to me that it was some kind of gated community where you don't usually see people walking through it. So if you would have seen a sketchy looking white guy in a hoodie, you know, walking around back and forth, he probably would have had a same, not the exactly same, but a similar reaction. That being said, he did not need to chase the guy. The officer made it clear that he should not chase this person. There is no reason that he should have chased this dude. He should have just let it be. I don't know, he seems to imply in the 911 call that the guy was like, Trayvon Martin was like walking up to him. And please, people, if you're watching this, don't think that I'm taking the killer's side. I'm not taking anybody's side in this. I'm just trying to sort through the bullshit and get to a truth which is not based on stupidity and ignorance or political correctness, but which is actually based on the truth of the matter. So, he made the complete wrong judgment call to go after this guy. I have no idea why he chased this guy. Maybe he was having a bad day and the guy pissed him off somehow. Like I said before, the guy is obviously not all there mentally. He's obviously, you know, crazy and prejudiced and wielding a gun for some reason. Why does he have a gun? You know, did he really have to chase the guy with a pistol? If you got a pistol in your hand and you're going to chase somebody, what do you think's going to happen? You know, and from the police tape, he seemed to indicate that the guy had something in his waist, like he was reaching for something in his waist. Was that bullshit, or was the guy actually, reaching for something, making it seem like he had a gun? What was he doing? I don't know what was going on with this Trayvon kid, what he was doing in the neighborhood in the first place. But he did not deserve in any least bit to be murdered. If he's not presenting a clear threat to you, there is no reason why you should even worry about it. If he's not like breaking in your damn house or peering in people's windows and stuff or creeping around the back in their yards or something like that, then there's no reason to be all, uppity and like wigged out about it. I think another thing is that people's prejudices, and I think this is important that we should all take from this incident, people's prejudices that they build up inside themselves, they stoke the flames of hate and prejudice and intolerance and fear, and this is how it manifests. I'll bet if these two dudes were to meet on a street or something, or have a mutual friend and meet, they would probably not have any problem with each other. But because of the circumstance, he approached him without, him knowing this person, so he's an unknown. He automatically projects all of the built-up prejudices and hatred and fear from his own heart onto that person, and thinks that he's some kind of thug or gangster out to rob everybody. And apparently, Florida, along with other states, have this stand your ground law, which apparently makes it legal to kill someone in self-defense rather than obligating you to run away first or something like that. So several states have these stand your ground laws, which apparently make it legal for you to be able to shoot somebody like this, even if it's lethally, fatally. If the person even attacks you a little bit or comes after you, making it look like they're going to attack you. I don't know what exactly the laws are, but that's what they make it seem like that they are. And that's kind of vague and fuzzy as well, as we've seen. The law is all vague and fuzzy on this whole matter. The police let this guy go. Zimmerman said that he killed the guy in self-defense, and the police let him go. I mean, the police let him go because perhaps they knew that what is this kid doing in a friggin' neighborhood watch, in a gated community? And they're like, he probably was in self-defense. They probably just gave him the benefit of the doubt because they don't know what the kid was doing in this gated community. It's such a damn shame. It is such a damn shame. I don't blame either side. I really don't. And liberals, left-wing people that blame one side just to tag George Zimmerman, you might act all high and mighty, but you're shit. You're nothing. You're just, pathetic. You're not a real liberal in the sense of how society usually and how liberals usually like to paint themselves, as people who are tolerant, caring, compassionate. You're not a caring, compassionate person if you just immediately decide that this person is the devil incarnate. He's much a victim of his own fear and his own ignorance as he is guilty of committing that crime. He's as much a victim of his own ignorance and racism and intolerance, and now he's going to be a victim of his own karma for a long time that I really don't find it necessary to hate him. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for both of them. And I feel sorry for our country that we've reached this point. We are so built up in our walls of hatred and fear and paranoia, and assholes like Fox News stoke the flames on a daily basis, that these things are just going to keep continuing to happen. I see no end in sight to events like this. God help us all. In conclusion, though, I think he should be prosecuted. I think he should be arrested for, at the very least, manslaughter. At the very least. At best, second-degree murder. Because this wasn't premeditated, it wasn't first-degree murder. But it wasn't necessarily manslaughter. It seems almost like second-degree murder, which means that murder in the heat of the moment. Manslaughter is more like an accidental murder, like hitting someone with your car or something. Second-degree murder is where you, in the heat of the moment, made a decision to kill someone. And that's exactly what happened here. It was not manslaughter. He should get second-degree murder and go away for it. He does not deserve to be free. But this whole Black Panthers thing about $10,000 bail for his capture, that's just fucking immature, dude. $10,000 for his bounty, what does that even mean? You want him to be hogtied and brought to you there in Harlem, or what? I don't understand. You want $10,000 for someone to kill him? Why didn't you just hire a hitman? You could use $10,000 to kill somebody easy. That's the going rate, from what I hear. What is this? It's like some kind of publicity stunt? What, for the new Black Panthers? Like, we're supposed to give a fuck about you? Please.